Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're taking a bit of a different path. We're stepping away from, just ideas and, stepping into something very real. We're looking at 4 genuinely disturbing true accounts. These were put together by Lazy Masquerade over on YouTube. The video is called 4 Disturbing True Horror Stories.
Right. True stories. They have a different kind of wheat, don't they?
They really do. Yeah. And Lazy Masquerade added this interesting little twist, kind of a mini game. One of the stories apparently wasn't originally his. It came from another horror channel, like Dr. Horror or maybe Bee-Buster.
Okay.
And his own personal story is hidden on one of their channels. So it adds this extra layer,
That's an interesting way to frame it. But yeah, focusing on true accounts, it really hits differently. It kind of exposes how fragile our sense of safety can be.
Totally. How quickly the ordinary just flips.
Exactly. Makes you question things you thought were solid.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the realness here is key. Let's just dive into the first one. It's pretty unsettling. This first story, it takes us to Waterbury, Connecticut. The narrator talks about being really close with his younger cousin, like brothers, basically. He was about 9 at the time. His cousin's family moved maybe 45 minutes away, so they'd spend weekends, summers together. Anyway, the cousin makes friends with this kid, Todd, who lives just a couple of houses down.
The neighbor kid.
Right. But Todd's older, like 4 years older than the narrator, 6 years older than the cousin. And right away, even at 9, the narrator felt something was, off how...
Just. I mean, why was this older kid hanging out with much younger kids?
Yeah.
It seemed weird. The narrator's aunt actually picked up on it, too, and asked Todd's parents.
And what did they say?
Oh, dismissed it. Said he was harmless, just didn't have many friends his own age.
Wow, that dismissal. You hear that a lot, don't you?
Okay.
Rationalizing away that gut feeling.
Yeah. And the narrator, as a kid, maybe saw it clearer than the adults.
Sometimes they do. Less filtering. Definitely. And Todd's strangeness, it didn't stop there. It got worse. He apparently had this thing for wild animals. Said he found injured ones and nursed them back to health.
Okay. That could be innocent. Maybe.
You'd think. But the narrator noticed Todd always seemed to find wounded animals, like an unusual amount.
Oh.
Kids started whispering, maybe he was hurting them.
Oh, okay. That's a red flag right there. Animal cruelty, even suspected.
Big time. Then came this squirrel incident. Todd gives the cousin a squirrel he caught, a pet.
Okay.
Next day, the squirrel's gone. Shows up back at Todd's place, but half its tail is missing. And Todd gets furious at the cousin.
What? Why the cousin?
No idea. Makes no sense. Then a week later, Todd shows up with a dead squirrel, screaming at the narrator and his cousin, accusing them of killing it, even though they hadn't touched it.
Wow. That's manipulative and really disturbing behavior towards animals.
It is. And it connects, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To what we sometimes hear about early warning signs.
Absolutely. That pattern of cruelty, the manipulation, it's textbook concerning.
Yeah.
Often precursors, sadly, too. Well, worse things. Things people dismiss until it's way too late.
And it escalated way beyond animals. The narrator mentions he was, hitting puberty, but his younger cousin wasn't there yet.
Right.
Todd gives the cousin hand soap and handwritten instructions on how to masturbate.
Oh, no.
And he promised he'd come over and show him how when nobody else was home.
That's grooming, plain and simple. Crossing a massive line into predatory behavior.
It's horrifying. Testing boundaries, trying to isolate.
Yeah, establishing that power dynamic, the secrecy. It's chillingly methodical.
Thankfully, the cousin told the narrator. And the narrator, credit to him, immediately said, "You have to tell your mom."
Good. That's crucial.
The aunt was, you can imagine, livid. She confronted Todd, confronted his parents.
Yeah.
And pretty soon after, they moved away, went to live with the grandparents.
Probably the best thing they could have done. Get away from him.
You'd hope that was the end of it. But 3 years later, 1994, Todd Rizzo was arrested for murdering a 13-year-old boy. He actually told police he wanted to know how it felt to kill someone.
My God.
Yeah. He's on death row now in Connecticut. And the original video, it even had, Google Street View links to the cousin's house, Todd's house. The area where the body was found makes it so horribly real.
It really grounds it, doesn't it? And it just screams that question. How many signs were missed? How often do we dismiss these minor things until tragedy strikes? It forces you to think about recognizing those signals earlier.
It really does. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Same theme of trust being violated, but in a different context. Yes. This one's set in Hollywood Beach, Florida, around 2004. The narrator's 14, living with her dad in a small studio. Money's tight. They had this routine. Every other Thursday, Chinese takeout. Same place, family-run spot. And the delivery guy was always Alan, the owner's adult son.
Okay, familiar face. Routine.
Totally. Described as unassuming, short, tan, bit of gray hair, glasses, never weird, never creepy. The narrator was often home alone after school 14. Felt old enough, right?
Yeah, seems reasonable.
So one afternoon school day, she gets home. About an hour later, the house phone rings.
Right.
Landline days,
Right.
She answers. Oh, there's this long pause.
Mm-hmm.
Then some stammering she can't quite catch. Mm-hmm. Then a voice, heavy accent. This is Alan.
Alan, the delivery guy.
Yeah. She's confused. Why is he calling? He clarifies, you're a delivery guy. Chinese delivery.
Okay, that's already weird. Breaking the pattern.
Exactly. That's the first alarm bell, isn't it? Something's out of place.
Definitely.
Still trying to figure it out. Then he asks, did you order food? She says no, because they hadn't. Another pause. Then the question.
What was it?
Are you home alone?
Oh, okay. Chills. Instant chills.
Right. Her heart just dropped. She knew immediately why he was asking. She wanted to lie, say her dad was home. But then she realized Alan knew her dad's work van. He'd know it wasn't there.
Smart kid. Thinking that through even while scared.
Yeah. So she blurts out, my uncle is here. Instantly regretted it. Knew it sounded fake. Then she challenges him. Why?
Good question. Put him on the spot.
He's quiet for a beat. Then just states it like a fact. You are home alone.
Ugh. That certainty.
She was just stunned. Couldn't say anything. And as she's processing, he just says, never mind, and hangs up.
Wow. Just like that. That switch from, service provider to potential threat, it's incredibly unsettling. Violates that basic sense of everyday safety.
Totally. She's terrified. Immediately locks all the doors, goes back to the front room, looks out the window, and there's Alan's car in their driveway.
No. Oh, my God.
Yep. Just sitting in his car.
Yeah.
Staring at my front door.
Staring.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
30 seconds later, the phone rings again. She doesn't answer. He stays there, parked, for about 5 minutes, just sitting there. She's watching him, thinking about grabbing a knife.
I don't blame her. That's terrifyingly predatory. He's confirmed she's alone. Now he's just watching testing.
The phone rings one last time. She ignores it. As soon as it stops ringing, she calls 911. Even though she mentions being raised with this aversion to the police, worried about her dad getting mad.
But she did it anyway. Good for her.
Yeah. And while she's on the phone with the 911 operator, Alan puts his car in reverse and just speeds off down the street.
He must have seen her on the phone or just decided to bail. But that invasion, confirming her isolation, then just sitting there.
Right.
That creates a fear that sticks with you.
Absolutely. Police came, took a statement. They went to the restaurant.
What happened with Alan?
He claimed confusion, said he was trying to get an adult on the phone. His mom backed him up. He got off with just a warning.
A warning, seriously.
Yep. Police told him to stay away, told the restaurant someone else had to deliver to their area. But the narrator thinks what really got through to Alan was her dad's phone call later.
Oh, I bet.
She says her dad was furious, called the restaurant, got Alan on the phone, and she overheard her dad's side. Calls it one of the greatest conversations, just insults and this incredibly graphic protective threat.
Like what?
Something like, if I ever catch you on this street again, Alan, I will make sure that you are lonely for the rest of your life by ripping your finger off and choking you with it.
Whoa. Okay. Dad was not messing around.
Not at all.
Yeah.
After that, they stopped eating Chinese food, understandably.
Yeah, I imagine so. That kind of violation ruins it.
It really does. Okay. So we've had the neighbor, the delivery guy.
Yeah.
Now the stranger. The random encounter late at night where your gut just screams.
Right, that primal fear scenario.
This narrator mentions always having this kind of innate fear of the night as a kid. Never really knew why until this happened.
Okay.
He's dropping a friend off after a baseball game. Game went late, extra innings, so it's really late, like almost 2 a.m. He gets stuck at a T-junction red light right near his street.
Oof. Late night, isolated intersection. Yeah, you're already on alert.
He thinks about running the light. No one's around. But he'd heard this phrase earlier that week. Character is what you do when no one is looking.
Ah, the little voice of conscience.
Right. So he decides, okay, I'll wait. Prove my character. He calls this decision a big mistake.
Uh-oh.
So he stops, feeling all righteous. Then he glances left, sees a woman sitting alone on a bus bench. They make eye contact for just a second. He looks away quick.
But too late.
Too late. Sees movement in his peripheral. She's getting up, coming towards his car.
Okay, heart rate instantly spikes, I bet.
Oh, yeah. He immediately checks his doors are locked, windows are all the way up, bracing himself. She walks right to his driver's side window, puts down a bag she's carrying, and taps on the glass.
What does he do?
He cracks the automatic window. Just a tiny, tiny bit, nervously. She leans in and delivers this line. He says it sounded robotic, really practiced. My boyfriend beat me up. I have a friend who lives down the street. Can you give me a ride?
Okay, the plea for help, but robotic.
Exactly. He describes her as small, skinny, couldn't tell her age, looked beat up by life, not just necessarily a boyfriend. But that delivery, it just made his skin crawl. Something felt really wrong.
That's intuition kicking in hard, right? The words say one thing, help me, but the delivery, the situation, the vibe, it's all screaming danger. That conflict is intense.
Totally. He thinks for a second, then tells her, sorry, he has to get home, curfew, can't give her a ride.
Okay, polite refusal.
She leans in even closer, repeats the exact same line, word for word, no change in tone, nothing.
Whoa, that's even creepier, like a script.
Yeah. He's a bit more firm this time. Declines again, mentions the curfew again. She leans in a third time, starts the line again. My boyfriend beat me up.
Oh man, persistent.
But right then, the light changes. Green.
Oh, thank God for traffic lights.
Seriously. He takes his foot off the brake. Car starts rolling forward slowly. He mutters another apology like, sorry, gotta go. She doesn't move back.
What does she do?
She looks at the green light, then looks back down at him, leans in really close this time, and says 5 words he says have haunted him ever since.
What did she say?
You made the right decision.
Oh my God. Chills. Actual chills.
Right. Then she just picks up her bag, turns around, and walks back to the bus bench like nothing happened. He says he just peeled out of the intersection and cried and screamed all the way home. Still has no idea what her plan was. Were people hiding? Was she armed? He doesn't know. But it confirmed his childhood fear. Nothing good happens after dark.
That validation is terrifying, isn't it? When your vague unease, your intuition, gets confirmed so explicitly, you made the right decision. It implies there absolutely was a wrong decision with horrible consequences. It's a powerful reminder to listen to that gut feeling even when you can't rationally explain it.
Yeah, that phrase, you made the right decision, just hangs there. So ambiguous, so menacing.
Definitely.
Okay, one last story. And this one is deeply disturbing on a whole other level.
You're right. Brace myself.
This involves the narrator, his mom, and his brother visiting their grandmother's house. It was October, which was unusual for their visits. The porch was decorated like crazy for Halloween. 50 or more pumpkins with carved faces. The narrator loved it.
Setting the scene. Halloween vibes.
Yeah. So it starts getting dark and Grandma says, let's take a walk down the street. She leads them to this house, clearly abandoned looking, green roof, looked condemned.
Okay.
But she says, oh, it's a haunted house. A neighbor set it up for Halloween. Tonight's the first night it's open.
Ah, okay, the Halloween context. That immediately frames how you perceive things, doesn't it? You expect things to be fake scary.
Exactly. Your expectations are set for thrills, not real danger. So this tall, grungy-looking man comes out of the house, invites everyone who's gathered around to come on in, follow him.
So they go in.
They go in. And immediately, they're hit with his smell. Extremely nauseating stench.
Bad haunted house smell effects, maybe.
Or something else.
Yeah.
The man leads them downstairs into the basement. And down there, the smell just gets overwhelming. He describes it as the most god-awful, overpowering, eye-watering, and juicing smell ever. So bad people actually started gagging.
Okay, that's beyond typical haunted house mustiness. That sounds foul.
Yeah. The man flicks a switch. Room's dimly lit. Basement seems really big. And he gestures around at the walls, where there seem to be fake dead bodies hung on crucifixes.
Oh, wow. Going all out for the Halloween theme, huh? Or wait, given the smell?
Exactly. The narrator's mom moves closer to get a better look, reaches out, and touches the hand of one of the corpses. Her face just changes, pure terror. She grabs the narrator by his collar, literally shoves him and his brother towards the stairs, yelling to get out, running for the door. Everyone else sees her reaction and starts scrambling out too.
That's the moment, isn't it? When the illusion shatters, the sensory input, the smell, the touch overrides the expectation. That shift from fun, scary to real danger.
Instantly. Once they're all outside, his mom and pretty much everyone else who was in there pulls out their phones, dialing 911.
Okay, smart move.
Police arrive incredibly fast. Almost instantaneously, they go into the house, come back out with the grungy man in handcuffs. More police cars show up, lights flashing, lining the whole block. He's taken away.
So what was really going on? What was the smell? The bodies?
The man's name was Donald Van. Police have been looking for him for almost 10 years. He was a serial killer.
Oh my God. So the bodies.
They're very much real.
He set up his crime scene as a Halloween attraction.
It seems so. The narrator still wonders, were they supposed to be his next victims? Or was he just horribly, proudly showing off his work?
That is beyond comprehension. The audacity, the depravity, turning that into entertainment or maybe a lure. That question the narrator asks is terrifying either way.
He says, that smell, it's like it's burned into my nose. And circling back to that mini game from the start, this story, the Donald Van Haunted House.
Yeah.
That was the one submitted by Dr. Horror.
Wow, what a horrifying personal experience to share. It really drives home that point about context blinding us sometimes.
It really does. All four of these stories, they hammer home how thin that line is between normal life and just utter horror.
Yeah, the membrane is permeable, isn't it? Danger isn't always obvious. It can be the neighbor, the delivery guy you see every week, the stranger asking for help, the fun house that isn't fun at all.
Exactly. It lurks in the mundane sometimes.
And that's what intuition is so critical, that gut feeling. We try to rationalize to find facts, but sometimes that immediate visceral sense of unease is the most important data point we have. Trusting that feeling that says, something is wrong here. Or like that woman said, you made the right decision. It's our oldest survival mechanism, really.
That's a really powerful thought to end on. Trust that gut feeling. Well, thank you for joining us for this.
Yeah,
this was a particularly intense deep dive into some really dark, true events.
It certainly was.
If you found these stories compelling or horrifyingly fascinating, remember the original source was Lazy Masquerade on YouTube. And he mentioned other channels like Dr. Horror and Bee-Buster, where you might find more accounts like these, maybe even Lazy Masquerade's own hidden story.
Worth exploring, if you have the stomach for it.
Indeed. Until next time, everyone, stay aware and keep those senses sharp.